Hello everyone, we will continue the topic ALV by CL underscore SALV underscore table class, and we covered so many things as a part of that. We covered how we can go for column settings, how we can go for function settings, how we can go for sorting, how we can go for filtering. Now we will cover double click and hotspot click. If you remember, during traditional ALV means when we displayed the ALV using reuse ALV list display and reuse ALV grid display, at that time also we covered double click and hotspot click. In the same playlist, when we displayed the ALV using CLGUI ALV grid class, at that time also we covered double click and hotspot click. Now we will cover double click and hotspot click through CLGU CLSALV table class. And same to same requirement we will take. Firstly, we will display the header data from VBAK table. Whenever user will double click, we will display the item data for that particular sales document number from VBAP table. If I will show you already developed program, we will go for same to same requirement. Suppose if I will go for this already developed program, we will develop same to same program. I will just execute. Sorry. This is the name. I will execute. Suppose I am giving the input. Whenever I will execute, so firstly, it will display the header data from VBAK table. Whenever I will double click, it will display the item data of that particular sales document number from VBAP table. Firstly, we will cover double click, then same to same way we will cover hotspot click also. And yes, the knowledge of events topic will again play a vital role. And yes, we will learn so many things again into this particular video. So suppose I will create a new program. So this is our third program. So I will take it as third program for the factory method. ALV by factory method. Suppose I will write double click. I will go for create. I will give the title to the program to display the sales order details. I will go for the type as executable program and I will go for save. I will save it as a local object. Now I will simply activate this program. I will take a input into this particular program and yes, we will go for range of order numbers. And you all know whenever you have the range, you have to go for select options. So I will write select options. I will give some name to the select option. Suppose I am saying S underscore VBELN 4. Suppose I will write LV underscore VBELN. So I am saying this select option is for this particular variable. So I will declare this variable data LV underscore VBELN type. I will pass the data element of VBELN. And we all know this is VBELN underscore VA. Now, so many times people will ask in some videos, you are declaring like this, select option for table name hyphen column name. And then you are importing that table. In so many videos, you have done like this, select option name for table name hyphen column name, and you are importing the tables. In some videos, you are writing select option name for variable and then you are declaring the variable. Both have same to same meaning. There is just a different way to declare the select option. Both have same to same meaning. Suppose I'm saying select option for this variable. If I will check the type of this variable is referring to this data element. This data element has a domain of character 10. It means this variable is character 10. I am saying this select option is for this variable. It means this select option, this input is character 10. Now, I'm saying select option for table name hyphen column name. If you are going by this way, it will check. In this table, this VBELN is referring to this data element which has a domain of character 10. So ultimately, this select option is character 10. And yes, nowadays, this way to declare a select option is more preferable rather than going for this particular way. So it's totally your wish how you want to go. Both have same to same meaning. I will activate. Now I will provide the selection text. So I will go for go to text elements, selection text. I will choose DDIC reference and I will activate. So this particular description, sales document, it is coming from the data element, this data element. If you see the data element, sales document. Now, if I will run the program, you can see our input is ready. So firstly, we will display that data in the form of ALV from VBAK table. So we will fetch the data from VBAK table. Suppose we will fetch 4 to 5 columns from VBAK table. So firstly, I will declare a structure, internal table, and then we will write a query. So firstly, I will declare a structure. Types. Begin of. Suppose I am writing LTY underscore VBAK, local structure type. I will open the table in a new session and I will copy paste. This is the best way to declare a structure. Suppose I will go for VBELN type, data element of VBELN. Suppose I will go for ERDAT type, data element of ERDAT. Now I will go for ERZET type, ERZET. Now I will go for ERNUM type, data element of ERNUM. VBETA type, data element of VB type. If you have the latest system, that data element of VB type is VB type L. If you do not have the latest system, you will find the data element VB type only. You have to just go for your system, whatever is there. I will end this particular structure. Now I will declare internal table and work areas. Data, LT underscore data, type table of LTY underscore data. I will declare work area. You all know you can duplicate a line through Control D. Type your structure. And whenever we are going for structure type, whenever we are going for work area, it's always type. Whenever we are going for internal table, it is type table of. Okay, I will write LT underscore VBAK so that there will not be any confusion. Now I will fetch the data. You all know how to write a query. So I will write a query to fetch the data from VBAK table. Select VBELN, ERDAT, ERZET, ERNUM, VB type. From VBAK table, I will store into internal table. And you all know, yes, input is always on the right hand side. And whenever you have select option, you have to use A. So our input will go to VBELN column of VBAK table. It will fetch the data of these 5 columns and data will come into this internal table. Now you all know whenever you want to display the output of ALV using CLSALV table class, there is no need to create a field catalog. We will simply use the firstly factory method and then we will use the display method. Why we are going for factory method? So that we will get the object or instance of the class. Once we have the object or instance, we can call up the method display after that. So what I will do, I will firstly declare a object. And I will go for ALV1 and ALV2 because on double click, we have to display second ALV also. It's so that there will not be any confusion. So I will go for 1 and 2. Suppose I am writing ALV1 type ref2. Now I will simply write CL SALV underscore table. So I declared one object which will refer to this particular class. So firstly, I will call the factory method. If I will show you the class, factory method is a instance method. Factory method is a static method. Sorry, it is a static method. It means we can directly call this method through the class. There is no need for the object. If I will show you factory method, yes, it is a static method. So I can simply call directly through the class. So I will go to pattern button, ABAP object patterns. I will go for the class CL SALV underscore table. And we will call the factory method. So we have the method, factory method. I will just simply choose. You can filter. We'll go for OK. And you all know, yes, whenever we have this equal to and greater than key, it means it is a static method. Always make a practice to uncomment, try and catch block because it is avoiding your runtime error. Now we will simply pass the internal table, which we had the internal table. Internal table is what? LT underscore VBAK. and it will return us the object of CLSALV table class. What is the object? LO underscore ALV. You can simply see the type of this. If I will double click, if this is the signature, if it is not available, you can click on signature. Suppose if I will click on to signature, it is hidden. Parameters are hidden. Now they are available. So you can see our SALV table is referring to this class. It means it is a object, it is a instance. And yes, we declare same to same thing because both have same to same type. And you can see LO underscore ALV1 is referring to this particular class only. So we got the object of this particular class. If we have the object, can we call the display method? Yes, we can call the display method. I will go to pattern. I will go to ABAP object patterns, and display is your instance method. Instance. If whenever you want to call instance method, you require a instance, you require a object. Just see, display is your instance method. So what is the object? We already have the object. What is the object name? LO underscore ALV1. And we will call which method now? Display method. So I will simply call display method. Description itself is output table. I'll go for enter. And yes, now I will check the syntax and I will activate. For the best understanding, we will check in the debugging mode. I will put a breakpoint. I will run this particular program. Suppose I am going for order number 1 to 5. We all know desktop 3 most preferable desktop. This input will go to VBELN column. It will fetch the data of these 5 columns from VBAK table and data will come into this internal table. Just see, internal table has 0 records as of now. Whenever I will execute, you can see we have 5 records in the internal table for 5 columns. And now this method will execute. We are passing the data and you can see we will get a object. And yes, this object is initial as of now. Whenever this method will execute, the object will create. I will do F6. Do not do F5. F5 will take you inside this method, but we do not want to go inside the method. We just want to execute this method. So I will simply do F6. And you can see object created. If the object created, can we display? Can we call the method display? Yes, with the help of object. And you can see we have the data from VBAK table. This is full screen mode. Yes, we all know CLSALV table combine both the things. It is going for full screen also. It is going for container also. So if you remember, we created 2 programs initially. In one, we are going for full screen display. In one, we are going for container. So as of now, we are going for full screen display. It means it is just like reuse ALV list display and reuse ALV grid display. And yes, we have the data. So what is the summary of this particular video? In this video, we started with double click functionality. And as a part of that, We firstly displayed that data from VBAK table. We fetch the data from VBAK table. We call the factory method, and then we call the display method. In the next video, we will see how we can go for the double click functionality. Whenever I will double click, we will display the data from VBAP table. We can enable this. It's already covered. If you want to enable the function settings, we will enable that also. So that's it in this particular video. Thank you.